So we are back in Hexen, and I want to explain what these enhanced items do in the Hexen Remaster. So I'm going to show you here in this menu. We have gameplay modifiers. So here we have enhanced items. When this is on, these changes will be made to the game, which include the fighter's fletchet, the fighter/mage mystic ambit incant, and the dark servant. Starting off with this item right here, this appears only in co-op multiplayer. It is not in single player, but you can use cheats to access this artifact. It also does not appear in deathmatch. So first off, I'm going to disable enhanced items, and I'll show you how these items work in the original version of Hexen. And then after, I'll show you how they were changed in the new update with enhanced items on. So here we go. This is the Mystic Ambit Incant for the fighter. How it works in the original version of Hexen is it gives him armor points. However, the armor points given by this item are very low. So he used about 17 of those scrolls to reach max armor of 20. This artifact will get a different bonus depending which class is going to activate it. So keep that in mind. Now let's go back to the gameplay modifiers menu. We're going to enable enhanced items to see what the new changes are. When you have enhanced items on or enabled, the fighter still gets armor points, but now he gets a much bigger armor boost each time you use it. So I used only 5 to reach a max armor of 20. So for the fighter, it's basically a buff. It's a good thing for him because he is a close range character with about 2 of his weapons. So let's go back to the gameplay modifiers menu. I'm going to disable enhanced items, and I'll show you how this item works with the mage. So in the original version of Hexen, this artifact would give the mage mana. However, it first fills up the blue mana portion. When that's filled up, you can then fill up the green mana section. As you see, that's how it works in the original version of Hexen. This is how it functions if enhanced items are off. Now back to gameplay modifiers menu, we're going to enable enhanced items. So when this modifier is turned on, it still gives the mage mana, but now it fills both blue and green mana at the same time, and it gives you a much bigger boost every single time. So that is a buff for the mage. These changes for this artifact on the fighter and the mage are really good because now it makes them much more useful in co-op. Okay, so let's go back to the gameplay modifiers menu. We're going to select a cleric, and we're going to disable the enhanced items. Now how it works with the cleric is it gives him a random health amount of 50 to 99 HP every time you use it. However, I think that this was not changed at all in the remastered version or when you enable enhanced items, because I feel like it still does the same thing. The number is random when it heals you, so it feels like there was nothing changed. Even though it says right there, this artifact was only changed for the fighter and the mage. I know, but I felt I'll just check anyways, just to make sure. So yeah, I can say that for the cleric, it still functions the same way. Some sources say that this item is only available in co-op, and it also grants bonus to nearby players in your game, but I did not have any players in my session here to kind of test that out, but that's what it says. You also have to be close to the person who's going to use this artifact if you want the bonus from them. Now let's move on to the dark servant. We're going to disable enhanced items, and the original version of Hexen, the dark servant, would last around 25 seconds in single player and in multiplayer. So I'll show you here. You can watch the timer. It's around 25 seconds. So there he is. Attack some Etons. We're done. Oh, there's one back there. That's okay. I'll just focus on watching the dark servant. Yep. Should almost be over. And there he goes. Yep. So now we're going to enable enhanced items. The Dark Servant is now going to last a total of 60 seconds in both single player and multiplayer. That is a long time. This character is very strong, has a lot of HP, but you can use the percolator on him, and I think the banishment device also works on him. But if you do use the banishment device on him, all it does is it's going to teleport him to a different spawn location on the same map. So he's still going to be alive walking around until he expires. I mean, you could try to fight him. You don't have to. I think overall multiplayer, like in deathmatch, it's better just to avoid him. His attacks are really strong, but the thing is, they're very slow. So if you do see this character pop up in multiplayer deathmatch, I would say just avoid him, because that's what I do. Yeah. He's strong, but he's kind of slow. I would say just kind of run away, let someone else focus on him, and go get your weapons, your artifacts, and stuff like that. So having a Dark Servant patrol an area on a stage for 60 seconds, that is a good buff. So moving on to the last thing, which is a change to the fighter's fletchet. So I'm going to disable enhanced items and show you how this works in the original version of Hexen. When the fighter would use this artifact, it's thrown like a grenade. It's tossed a couple of feet in front of you, then it detonates on impact or based on a timer. But if you aim upwards, the fletchet kind of goes off the screen and you can't really see it. So back in the original version of Hexen, there was really no reason or no point to aim upward and throw a fletchet, because the distance seemed the same as if you're looking straight forward. But this was changed when you have enhanced items turned on. So back in gameplay modifiers, turn this on, and this was fixed in two ways. The first thing is aiming upward fixes the angle of where the fletchet is tossed on the screen. It's actually in the center of your screen, so you can see it when you throw it. You see? Pause it. You see? Aim up, and the fletchet is on screen properly. You see? So that was the first thing that they fixed on the fletchet with the fighter. The other change they made with enhanced items on is if you aim upward and toss the fletchet with the fighter, he throws it in a much further distance compared to the original version of Hexen. So when you have enhanced items on, those two changes to the fletchet do benefit the fighter a lot. Because now there's actually a reason to aim upward and tossing a fletchet with a fighter. Because you can throw it further if you aim upward when you toss the fletchet, and it also appears in a better position on your screen so you can actually see it. So those two changes are a buff for the fighter. So those are the changes I noticed when you have enhanced items turned on and off in this new Hexen remaster. But if for any reason you don't want to use those new changes with those items or artifacts, just turn the option on and it goes back to default in Hexen. But in my opinion, those are good changes. Those are good buffs. And keep in mind, when you join a lobby in multiplayer for deathmatch or in co-op, those options can be turned on or off based on the host of the lobby. They have control if they want it on or off. So those were the changes I noticed with those items or artifacts in this game. But if I did miss anything, please tell me in the comment section, leave a like on the video, and I'll see you on the next one.
It is our mark us.